We're at Lang Park, Brisbane, for the first in the interstate series for 1980 between New South Wales and Queensland.
On the 27th of May 1980, two rugby league teams from neighbouring states in Australia ran onto Leichhardt Oval in New South Wales. The underdogs playing the game were Queensland in maroon jerseys, and from New South Wales wearing blue, Gladiators, unbeaten for almost 2 decades.
Queensland. Well, as you can see, the Queensland fans are not deterred by the possibility of a big score against their side. They've turned out in pretty useful numbers. The New South Wales selectors have come up with what is virtually an Australian test team to combat the Maroons first up. With the omission of John Doherty,
they can't beat us. Nowhere to go. Yeah. It almost would have been the end of everything. So the stakes of that game was really high, but that game and the belief and the risk that both sides took is the thing that made this whole series kind of happen, didn't it? And tracing the story of
it's not money really what motivates me. It's just that I love the game of rugby league and I enjoy playing it. And
the sirens sounded in Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. New South Wales had clinched another win, capping off 20 years without a full series loss, except for most of the 80 years this interstate clash had existed, New South Wales had dominated by buying all of Queensland's best players. So Queensland had lost for 20 years to, Queensland.
State of origin that became, as you said, it's like an obsession.
Rugby league was religion in our house. We were always New South Wales and we hated Queensland.
Obviously, representing your country is the pinnacle of any sport, but to test yourself out, Origin is the one you want to play.
He gets into Munster. Munster's gone over.
How would you go about trying to tell this story if you didn't want to just do a conversation thing where it's interviewing people and everyone just what was your experience? I want to make it like a story that they follow me as I try to solve this thing. Okay. Where would you start?
Because Dad played for New South Wales, so I sort of thought, I've got to play for New South Wales.
Yep.
And he said, mate, have you made a choice of who you're going to play for? And I sort of said, do I have a choice? He goes, yeah. He goes, well, obviously you can play for New South Wales. He said, but you've never played for New South Wales before. Why would you start now? We'd love to have you in the Queensland team. And if you...
But on this fateful night in 1980, the game would be changed. Both teams agreed to do something crazy. An idea that had been around for decades, but had never really taken light.
I think for a young Queenslander, they demonstrated that you could go and do something wonderful with your life outside of Queensland. You could go and travel and you could be this absolute legend. You could climb out of wherever you were and you could go and take it to the Blues, no matter...
For one night, players would play for their state of birth. New South Wales had already won the series, so no one would care, they said. It didn't really mean anything. Boy, were they wrong.
Blues for the series. It's been a tough series regardless of the result. I want to thank everyone that's come here tonight, in particular you Queensland fans.
My understanding is there are so many different stories about State of Origin and how it started and lots of different opinions and lots of things like that. Mm-hmm. So my question to you is this a good idea? And where would you start if you were me? How would you go about trying to tell this story? Being a sports journalist?
Well, first of all, I'd go and watch the 1980 game. Queensland wasn't supposed to win it.
No. That's clear.
If had Queensland not won that night in 1980, State of Origin would never have gone ahead because...
Okay, so I have to start by going to the people that were there.
The people that were there that night in 1980.
Yeah.
The people that were there in the games in the 70s watching Queensland get beaten all the time.
Yeah. And what do you think I will find if I go on this thing? What are we...
You'll find people that swear blue in the face that Queensland gets State of Origin more than New South Wales for this reason.
Right.